the crypto market has been dropping, but there is a token that has actually been pumping and holding up ever since, which is Zcash. Zcash is a privacy token. So Zcash and the likes of Dash, Monero has actually been pumping. But let's quickly take a look at Zcash. Let's pay some attention to the price analysis, the price action, and we are still going to be taking a look at Ethereum and Solana. So before I continue with the chart, do make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Now, this is Zcash on the daily time frame. As you can see that we have been pumping right around from the 30th of September. You can see that price has been having a break of structure, break of highs. We'll be pumping massively, and Zcash have done up to 1,000+% since the pump from September. We've gone up like 1,131%. So a little bit of maybe $100, you bought $100, you will gone up, you have made over 1,000 plus dollars in profit. So as you can see that we have been heading flat for Zcash for number of months, number of years. So the token has not really gained traction, but I think that this bull run privacy tokens are one of the tokens that will actually do well in this bull cycle. That's where you see a majority of the privacy tokens pumping, Zcash, Dash, Monero, and some other major high cap privacy coins. So what are we actually looking now for Zcash? Price has been pumping to the upside, but there is a possibility that we could have a deeper pullback for people that has been holding this token right from this level to actually take some profit. You can see that the token has been pumping, and there's a likely tendency that people are actually taking some profit off the table. Then we could see price crash lower for a potential trade opportunity. So what I'm actually looking at is that Zcash is actually obeying this trend. Oh, there's a trend right here in play on Zcash. You can see that this trend price respected this trend. You can see that this was the first touch, second touch, and we have not yet have a third touch. So price came low but did not touch on this trend line. And if I pull up the oscillators, you could see that the stochastic RSI is about to cross down, and this indicates that we could see another correction, maybe up to this level, before we have another continuation to the upside. Another indicator that I'm looking at is just the normal RSI. Now the candlestick has been creating higher highs, but the RSI has been creating higher lows, which indicates a bearish divergence. So in order to trade this bearish divergence, how do we trade such? When we see that the RSI has created a lower high, then the candlestick has created is either an equal high or a higher high, it indicates there is bound to be a possible reversal. And I'm actually looking at these two levels for Zcash to bounce on. First off, I'll be looking at this level, this little bit of support right here at around 500, between $500 and $400. Then the next level of support I'll be looking at is this other block right here. So you can see that this is a great level or great order block level, because there is a red candlestick which follows by an impulsively great candlestick. That is how I mark out my order block, and in confluence with the divergence that we're having, there's a possibility that we might see price drop to this level. But if we fail to have a bounce on this level, then we could see a possible correction to the downside, where are we looking forward to at least maybe buy some Zcash, or actually go long on this position right here before we actually break to the upside. But regardless, we could actually maybe go lower more than this level, because people are actually going to take a lot of profit. But I think the deeper correction that we have is actually a great way that you can actually leverage and also make more to the upside. So let's quickly take a look at the lower time frame. Let's see some possibilities where we could maybe actually have a short trade, maybe place a short trade on Zcash. So on the 1 hour time frame, so we did have an impulsive move. So you can see that we bounced right around this level going to the upside. We went we did let me say a 42% increase to the upside. Right now we are currently seeing a reversal, and this indicates that we might actually go lower on Zcash. First of all, the key levels that I'm looking at on the 1 hour is actually this low right here. There's this low right here at around $600. So we've not had a break of this level here, because if we have a break of this level, which indicates that the next target that we'll be heading to is around this $500 for Zcash. And now, how can we actually trade this? How can we position ourselves to enter this short position if price decides to break below this support level that we're having here? First, I'll be looking for an actual change of character to the downside, an impulsive movement to the downside, which indicates that sellers has stepped into the market. I'll be waiting for a pullback into maybe a level of resistance or an order block or a fair value gap. If price could create anyone, then I'll be looking to target these lows at around 524, my take profit target. So that's what I'll be looking to target on for Zcash. So I'm looking to let me quietly enter this short trade. Then if the price action plays out this way, I'll be looking forward to share this trade with my free Telegram community. If you want to join my free Telegram community, the link is in the description of this video. So that is what I'll be looking for Zcash. So my network is a little bit slow at the moment. My network is a little bit shaky, but nevertheless, maybe if Bitcoin could go lower, we could also see Zcash make a deeper pullback. Then that would be a great opportunity to actually buy, or actually kind of position yourself for another continuation to the upside or a reversal. So that's what I'm actually looking at for Zcash. Now the next token that we'll be looking at is ETH. Now ETH is already having a slow bleed out towards the downside. We failed to reclaim this level that we have here at around 3,500, but we did go towards the downside, and it seems like there is more downside to it than I expected. It all depends if Bitcoin reverses or Bitcoin decides to close the CME gap that we are having at around $91,000. So if Bitcoin decides to go below and decide to fill at that CME gap, I see it going to the 2,800 level to find support, maybe possibly see a bounce around this level for a potential target of 3,500, or even up to this resistance right here where I outlined the red at around 3,800. Why this is an important level for it? Because this acted as a previous resistance. You can see that if Ethereum will come down to this level, it will be a resistance flipping as support, and I think that it could possibly hold this level as a strong support for a possible move towards the upside. As you can see that we still maintaining this kind of a microphone pattern here that will be ranging since from August 20th. Will be ranging between this level. As you can see that the highs here was at around 4,700 and will be dropping massively to the downside. Then that's why I'm also paying attention to this level at around 2,800 for a critical support level for Ethereum, for we to actually see a move towards the downside. So let's quickly go down to the lower time frame. So let's see some price action on the actual lower time frame. So I love to pay attention to the 1 hour, the daily, the 1 hour. Right now, what you're actually seeing on the 1 hour is that Ethereum is actually in a consolidation in a range right here on the 1 hour. There we actually see a breakout in either direction, but before we see a breakout, this is actually the pattern that we are forming out here, which is an expanding symmetrical triangle. And this symmetrical triangle is not the kind of bullish symmetrical triangle, is the symmetrical triangle that we are actually heading to the downside. You know, it first starts with a tighten formation there. At price begins to expand, this range begins to expand with it, like I said, that we are waiting for an either break towards each direction. It's either we see a break towards 3,200 or we see a break below 2,900. So if we see a break above 2,300, now if we actually see a break below this pattern, then we'll be targeting the 2,800. So what I'm currently waiting for Ethereum on the 1 hour time frame is for us to slightly go lower, giving a break of structure, then waiting for a pullback, then a potential short position just to this level of support that we'll be having on the daily. So this is my play for Ethereum on the 1 hour time frame. So let's quickly switch over to Solana. Solana is not really doing much. We are just trying to hold some multiple levels of support that I outlined in my previous video. So I said once we lose this support at around $152, our next line of support is at 137. So you can see that this support comes in line with this descending wedge that we're having. As you can see that we made 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth touch of the descending wedge. So for me, I think Solana will not go much further, even if BTC dips and close the $91,000 CME gap. So we could just maybe slightly move lower, but I think this is a critical level of support for Solana that most people are actually looking forward to buy. So I think we'll be holding this level for a potential move towards the upside. I think when we break this resistance trend on the down sloping wedge, our next target will be $180. So that is it for this price analysis. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, do make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and also turn up the notification icon so that whenever I upload another crypto update, you'll be the first to get notified. Peace.